or is it still popping up?
Yeah, it's fine. It's good for me.
Okay, gotcha.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. I can't complain. I can't complain. How about you? How's your week going?
Great, man. No complaints. No complaints at all. Shoot, another weekend, another full weekend, and shoot, man, back to the daily task.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Hey, I've been banging it up on
Good.
the
Yeah,
demo.
look at that. Look at that. I see that smile of confidence.
Yeah, I've been banging it up on the demo, man.
It's good.
I'm just starting to see stuff, bro. Like just see stuff playing out and stuff. It's crazy, man.
It's
Cause
awesome.
I'm being reckless on the demo because it ain't real money yet.
Understood.
So like I stay in trades longer than I'm supposed to stay in them just to see what happens so far and learning experience. But
No
I
doubt.
don't know, man. I've been hitting it. I've been
That's
hitting
good.
it. I can give
That's
you a run
good.
for your money, man. I don't know.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see. Hey, I'm up for the task now. I'm up for it. So,
We gotta
yeah,
do like a trading challenge. Like we both start with like $100 or $500 and
let's see what happens. Right.
see what
Let's
happens.
start with like 500 or something so we can have some room.
Yeah, winner gets the other's account at the end of the week. Some crazy, man. Some crazy.
Yeah. I'm for that. I'm for that. Matter of fact, we'll do it a month-long challenge. So that way we both have a little room,
Oh, so we
little
got
running
some to
room.
lose, huh? We got
Yeah.
some to lose. I feel you on that. I feel you.
I love it, man. I love it. I'm all for the pupil catching the teacher, man. I ain't tripping. I am not upset because if you when you catch up with me, I know you great, so I ain't even tripping. So
I feel you. I feel you. Did
yeah,
you
we
look at
good.
those trades I sent you? Cause
I did. I saw them, and I couldn't remember. Well, I was going to ask you actually. There was nothing to remember. I was just going to. I looked at them briefly because it was Sunday, obviously. So nothing was open. And so I looked at them this morning, and all but about one or two I could see. Like the Aussie, I didn't know because I didn't know what you were trading it against, so I couldn't tell on that one. But
oh, that was because the odd dollar, all of them were kind of showing the trend in the W, or most of them. So I
okay,
just put odd. I traded
on the dollar.
odd versus the US dollar, yeah,
Okay, cool.
for one of them. Let me just double check
Yeah,
because
let's look at it. Matter of fact, why don't you pull your screen up and show me what you were looking at so we can go through it together.
all right, no problem, no problem, no problem. Go ahead and share
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right,
How's your
good to
mom?
go. All right, making sure you can see everything. All
All right.
right, so let me go ahead and make sure
How's your
everything.
mother doing, man?
My mom's doing great. My mom's doing great. Hopefully, she can get time out to meet up with you at your class at 10 o'clock tonight.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So she has some questions that I can't personally answer, or I don't feel comfortable answering because I can
Okay.
give her the wrong answer.
Well, I got
And so I was like, it's better ask
you.
Kevin and see what he
Right.
says.
Well, you know what? I forgot that you were there with her. So yeah, you actually are kind of my remote tutor to her. So that's good.
Exactly.
That's good. Look at that big
Let's
old
see.
ball right there on that 1 hour. That pound cat. That thing is ready to.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I saw. Okay, so basically, I was talking to my mom about this. I just put this dot right here to show her like a good entry point
Right.
would have been. I
Mhm.
tried to get in. I think I tried. I try on one of the GP. I'm not sure if it was this one. Let me make sure which one it was. It was It was Great Britain versus USD. I tried to get in right here in a M, but it went against me because I missed out on this. This was probably like, I don't know, like Wednesday, Tuesday of last week or something like that. And I tried to get in down here because I saw another M forming, and then it turned into a, let me go ahead and make this bigger so you can kind of see. It kind of formed into a W shape and then an inverted finger. So I was like, got out of this trade like mid-tier, right around here, and went ahead and started to trade against it. So I went in a buy direction, and I got my money back and got out before it went sour again. So I got my money back from that trade because usually when a trade is technically sound and it's going in the opposite direction, you can basically just switch the trade over and just if I'm selling, I can just go ahead and buy. because my trade is technically sound. It's just the market's doing something that is really not supposed to do in a sense. And if I'm in the ballpark.
I didn't realize I was muted. Yeah, it's doing whatever it's doing, and you just got to wait it out. So it's normally just collecting contracts. So it's a good time if you're gonna get a short trade in, a short term trade in, not a sale particularly. Yeah, it's a good time to go in hey man, I love the way you're being aggressive with it and going and getting your money back and doing it in a responsible way.
Exactly. I could be a little bit more responsible. I could have saved me I could have gave me like an extra $200-$400.
Mm-hmm.
But I take it as a learning experience instead of me being like really just like, okay, let me get out. Okay, let me get out. I know I need to get out. I rather see what happens.
Absolutely.
So I can learn from if I would have stayed in real money and something like that. It just helps with my thinking process. So I stayed in with one of these. I'm not sure, but let me go ahead and go to odd USD because that's the one that really hit for me.
Okay.
So this one was a beaut. Let's go ahead and go to the 1 hour. So this one was a beaut until it started to do what I didn't want it to do. So basically, I got in right around here because I saw the W form and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be because it was looking like a beautiful W, like a beautiful W. I was gonna get my money and get out. So I just got out of this trade, so it bounced up, made the W, kind of made the W. I was hoping that it at least get around right here, right around here. And it started to go sour on me here. And it didn't make inverse or engulfing candle here. Okay. But with the trend that it was going down, and I was actually kind of near my take P at 100 because it looked so good. Yeah, I did a 10% on it because I was like, this is guaranteed. It has to be. Yeah. So
where'd you get in? Show me where you got in. Show me where you got in, and then where you got out.
I got in right here.
Okay.
So right somewhere around in these I'm not really sure.
Okay, in the area. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine.
And then I got out right around here.
Okay, so you got as it started to pull back, as it started to retrace, you went ahead and got out.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm already at $100, so that's 5% already. Yeah. I did 10% because I thought it was going to be a short thing. I thought it was just going to shoot up like it shot down right here. Yeah. So I was just like, I already got the money that I really normally want to get. So let me just go ahead and get out and not be greedy. But I think it's going to retrace back up, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. What's it looking like on the time frame above that on the 4 hour? What's the 4 hour looking like?
4 hours looking even more beautiful. Because the reason I got into this trade is because it matched on the 4 hour and the 1 hour.
Okay, yeah.
I don't have my analysis pulled up because I was in class.
Okay, we just talk through it. We don't have to make it too formal. I just want to kind of hear you talk.
So basically, I saw it, and I got in right around here. It was looking like a beautiful W because you told me that you kind of have to predict where the market's going to be, and like you got to see the shape or the pattern before it actually happens. Absolutely. So I was looking through all, like I have a list. I go through odd, then I go through Euro, Great Britain, then I go all the way to my USD. I mark trades that I'm in yellow, trades that I'm looking at in red is hot, and then trades that really don't interest me, which is blue, which is cold. So I'm trying to organize it better so I can just go through and just look at each and every chart. Like going through all of these charts, like Euro, odd, Great Britain, and USD, it took me no less than like 15 minutes just to go through everything. Now, when I do my analysis, it's going to take me a little longer because I got to retrack it, look at every little, because it's all about the detail. Yeah. So I have to look at every little detail to make sure I'm at the right level and I write down the right level, because writing down the wrong level can mean if you lose a trade or win a trade. So
yeah, that's true.
That's the only thing. And another thing, I haven't been doing it. I have because I just want to see. Want to see. So don't crucify me.
I'm here, man. Hey, that's why you have it. That's why you have a demo account. So
exactly.
So you can shoot as many shots as you need to. That's right.
So how am I gonna say this? So basically, at the end of when you were teaching us, you were like, the most tedious thing, and you could probably fill in the blank for me. The most tedious thing to do and the most time consuming thing to do at the end is
market analysis.
no, not market analysis. Creating your take P, your take profit.
Oh, your take profit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So for the last week and a half, I skipped that process just to see where I'll be at. And I realized with skipping that process, I'm kind of like a little bit off on my risk to reward ratio because I'm just doing the times the spread by 3 plus the previous pullback.
Okay.
To get my stop loss and just kind of just doing a 1-to-1 ratio, which you kind of see here.
Sure.
And just going off of that. But with finding my take P, I kind of see where the market should, like more accurate should be at the end of the trade and see if I'm willing to risk that. That's why sometimes I assume that your risk to reward is kind of off because it's just like you're doing the that extra step.
Yeah, I got you. No, that's good.
And another thing, man, I just been going through here just looking at it, and it's becoming easier and easier to me. And I just want to take another second to just thank you for teaching me this method. And I know there's so much more for me to learn and more for me to adapt to. Sure. And I'm just waiting and I'm waiting, just taking my time, just looking at everything.
Hey man, so I'm super proud of you, Julian, man. You've I mean, literally in virtually no time. We went to class about a month ago, and you already you killing it, man. Hey, I'm honored, bro. I appreciate you taking it seriously. That's really, that's really where it all starts and stops is you take that knowledge and you rock with it, man, and you doing all the stuff that you need to do. You trying it, you trying to break it, you trying to stretch it, you trying to see what you can do, you trying to learn. I'm serious. You're trying to build on what, and that's all I can ask for is give you a knowledge base that you can build on and make it your own, man. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm honored. I'm honored that you're taking it seriously, man. That really means a lot to me. Hey, quick question. Look at that. You got the Aussie dollar up. Look at on the 4-hour. Do me a favor and go down and see if that broke and created a level 1 short. All right, pull your cursor down, straight down, matter of fact. Okay, now go right. Yeah, right there. Is that a level 1 short? Was it?
That formed a level 1 short.
Okay. So that may be, you may want to be mindful that it may continue down towards that EMA, and then start forming out another. So it may or may not, but that may be what you need to be mindful of. That's why it probably wasn't giving you what you were looking for in the way of giving you that 10%, because it probably had already hit that level 1 shorter than that 4-hour, and it's going back to try to maybe go lower before it turns around. So just be mindful.
So what you're saying is basically when I look at patterns and stuff like that, make sure that say if this candle would have closed right around here, then it probably would have went where I wanted to go because it didn't form that level. Okay.
Exactly. Yep. That's perfect, man. That's perfect. Cool.
And another thing I want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
Sundays, man. I was looking at them spreads, man. Them spread. Why they like that?
Because they greedy, man. They greedy.
Hey, I couldn't times it by 3 because
it was like already times 5, right?
I would have been down here. I'm not trying to be in there that long.
So that's not the time to be trading, man. I tell people that's why I say, Sunday's a good day for analysis. And you don't really, if you're gonna trade on a Sunday, in my opinion, you don't need to trade until the market's been open for at least 2 hours, maybe 3. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even be looking to trade until about 6 or 7. Well, your time, 7 or 8 p.m. On Sundays, because they keep the spreads open because they're setting up and they're setting up to see what the net positions are going to be for the week, and so they capture everybody who's greedy or people who are just got to be trading. They suck you in there, and now all of a sudden you got to overcome a 30 pip spread just to get to break even. So that's
Kevin, that wasn't the problem.
Whatever the biggest sucker bet in Vegas is, that's what Sundays at market open are.
Kevin, when I tell you that wasn't the problem. Like 30 pips, I'm good. We can pull past that. Yes, it's going to be
because
you
can because you know how to trade it. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of cats out there. They man, just imagine your homeboys or yourself or whatever, when you were started trading, you didn't know one way from the other. You go in there trying to take a trade, and then you got to overcome 30 pips. 30 pips is like a mountain for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
Yeah, I feel you.
yeah, you just better. You just better. You know, you better off. You better off the most.
Hey, I'm like, I consider myself like an average Marine, man, because you know you all big and gangster till you face 130 pip spread, and
You
I'm
get
sitting
shot
here
at.
like,
They shooting at you with it right. They shooting
what?
at you with a cannon.
Hold
Then
up,
we're gonna see what you made of.
hold up, man.
You
I'm
said
telling you,
130
it
pips. Are you
hit
serious?
me. It hit me, man.
What were you looking at? A cross pair or something? Something exotic?
No, I was looking at the main pair. Like I literally I don't have it in front of me right now, but I went on my phone because I trade off my phone. I don't do like it through the computer. So I went on my phone because I need to calculate the stop loss. So I went on my phone. I'm looking. Okay, so the spread is, and I had to rub my eyes real quick because I didn't believe what I saw. It was like 130, and I'm sitting here like, yo. I was going to text you something, but I forgot. And I was like, why is the spreads like this? Is it a sign for me not to trade, or something like that? Nah, man, it hit different, but I still made my money. But I could have made more. But, it was looking like the W was right around here, man. And it was looking so beautiful. I had to get in. I had to. But I wanted to talk to you about that Bitcoin trade. I didn't get into it because you didn't send it to me, but didn't you send it around, I think it was on the 1 hour. You sent it around like right here or something? No, right here or right here. I'm not sure.
Somewhere in there. I can't remember either. I have to go back and look at it actually, but yeah, I saw something on the 4 hour, I think, and I got in on the 1, and it was, I think it might have been right up, right up there. I think it was right up in that area. Yeah, and
that
then
dropped. That dropped.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't get into it
Yeah,
because you didn't send it to me. Because I just
man, I didn't want you to. I sent that out there because people always ask me about if I trade crypto, and I saw a good pullback opportunity for it, and so for people who want to do that, it's coming back now, looking like it's about to try to start rising again. But I just wanted to show people, you can trade crypto. You don't have to. You can sell Bitcoin and do all that stuff. So just something for people out there who wanted to try to do something different and let them know that I'm looking at all this stuff. I ain't just looking at the stuff that I send you guys. But I'm glad. I didn't want you to take it either because I haven't traded it a lot, and Bitcoin moves quickly, and it can, it generally will go where I think it's going to go. But I feel like you made too much progress to let that be something that takes out, potentially take out your progress. So, sometimes I don't want you to, from a mentoring standpoint, I some trades I won't send you specifically because I don't want you to, not that I don't think they're gonna work out, obviously, but I'd rather you not have that L on your brain. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to have an L when you don't have to have one.
Sorry, that's my little teacup Yorkshire trying to be a pit bull.
Man, I used to have a Yorkie. I love, man, Yorkies are bomb,
they
man.
something. They can eat though. They can
super
eat.
smart too. Yeah, they can eat and they're smart. So they like little humans for real.
Yeah. She's spoiled though. When she don't get her way, she pee or poop around the house, man.
Bro, I had one, man. I used to have these very thick floorboards, like the floor molding or whatever, like real thick, floor molding on one of my houses. And my dog, man, he just found like one spot, and he would just go and like he just basically demolished the bottom of the floorboard, peeing on it, man. It was horrible, but Yorkies. When they get mad at you, they'll show you that they mad. They go pee on something.
Hey, one time when I was young, man, Angel on my dog, she chewed up one of my best games. It was Borderlands on the Xbox, man. I didn't know how to act.
You say you're gonna pay attention to me now, ain't you?
Hey, and that's when she was a puppy. She was a puppy.
Super duper immature.
Yeah, I tried to. I prayed to God and still put the disc in, hoping for a miracle. It didn't work that way.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. That's funny. It actually should still drop. I'm looking at it. It should still get back. Hopefully, it may come back down as I'm looking at it. It's giving that little W back up into there. It may close below the 13 and then keep dropping. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm happy because I just made an exchange in Bitcoin yesterday, so I'm actually happy that it's up because I don't want You know, that's the only thing that pisses me off about Bitcoin is when you go in and you do any kind of transaction and you're sending money through Bitcoin or whatever, or you're sending whatever you're doing, you're making a transaction. And then like by the time you get to, you know, convert it back to dollars, you may have lost 1 or 2%, you know, so, or you may have made 1 or 2%. So I'm like tracking this transaction I made yesterday to make sure that I make some money off of it, off Bitcoin. But
quick question. Speaking of Bitcoin,
yeah.
how do you transfer out your money in the Forex market?
Well, you can use the Bitcoin is probably the easiest method now, because what I do is in my trading account, I'll withdraw in Bitcoin and then I'll withdraw to one of my crypto accounts, and then it converts automatically. And then when it goes into the crypto account, hold on one second.
No, take time.
And so then one of the crypto accounts, what I'll do is I'll just convert it back. I mean, I'll go in there and it'll be in Bitcoin, and then I'll just convert it back to dollars. So you can do that on Cash App, Gemini. I've got a Coinbase account, Gemini account, Cash App, and then I'm looking into, there's a company called Crypto.com that one of my clients told me about last week, and he said that the fees are a lot cheaper. So I'm going to check that out this week to see if Crypto.com is another option. But yeah, I use Bitcoin, and then for larger transactions, I'll just do a wire transfer directly into my bank.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, man, you're knocking out the park, man. It sounds like you.
I'm trying. And speaking about because I'm trying to remember. Speaking about the account, the main account that we're working on. Okay,
right.
So, yeah, because of the market and how the market's kind of fluctuating and kind of doing the opposite, and sometimes doing what it's supposed to do, and then it's going halfway, 75% way, and then bouncing back up, and then
very undecided.
It's sending me on an emotional roller coaster. I'm really good with not being putting my emotions into it. I'm really not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good at that. I'm really good. It's just like what? Why are you not doing it? Why? Like you made
the
UW. Your EMAs are nowhere near each other. They hate each other. Why are you doing what you're not supposed? It's crazy. And I'm just trying to give you an update on my account. I think I have close to $2,000. So we're still at the break-even point.
Okay.
And I'm perfectly fine with that. I know there was going to be it's not like I'm going to be $10,000, $20,000 overnight. It doesn't work like that. It always has to build up. You got to build. I was wondering, we just keep that 5%, right? We're just going to go for that 25% a week still, right?
Yeah, we'll still let that be the goal, because wherever it shakes out around that, it's going to be significant, you know. So okay. I mean, there's no need to, you know, I'm very purposeful about that, because I remember when I started out, I would give myself grace, because if you don't, man, you find yourself doing too much, and it's not even fun. You know what I'm saying? Like you just creating stress for yourself to try to get to a goal for what reason, you know? And if there's anything that I could have done differently when I started, man, I would have learned to be more patient with myself and more patient with the markets, and not try to become a millionaire overnight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was intense about it, so I had a different mindset coming to it. But looking back, I probably could have been, as far as I got, as far as successful as I became, I could have been probably that much more successful maybe a year or two earlier. You know what I'm saying? So just would give myself well, that's not true. I was successful, but I could have probably made more money in that time when I was learning, because I just wasn't patient with myself. I was being greedy and trying to do it like a lot of these young cats do, you know, try to be that dude, you know, and you don't even know what you're doing. So just be patient with yourself, you know what I'm saying? And that'll work out. The money will take care of itself. So that's why I ain't even worried about that. Matter of fact, I think a victory is that we're still around the principal amount, given all of the volatility. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'd be curious to see some people who out there trying to make things happen that don't have a formula, you know?
Exactly. And I want to elaborate.
Do you have any trading compatriots that you can have accountability with? I mean, not that you necessarily want to be talking to them every day, but do you have people that you like in the trading community at all that you know personally?
Other than you, I used to be part of IML. I don't really know them personally. probably talk to them. But the main people that I try to keep in contact with are like the people in my circle, the people that are not like really toxic, and like the people that I know that wants to see me succeed. So it's mainly my mom, my uncle, Rochelle, and I know they really don't know how to trade right now. That's why I'm trying to get some of my friends into it. I got my friend Ron kind of interested. I got my friend Jacob interested. I'm trying to teach one of these. I'm trying to teach one of my friends, which happened to be a girl, how to trade because she has like 2 kids and everything like that. And she's kind of interested. So I've been kind of like showing her what I know, and I put her on like in October, sometime in October. My mentor is having a class, so if you want to go, it's probably in Chicago. I know I'm going, so
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do the same thing, and if you do, let me know so I can let him know, and I can give you guys the information and everything like that. It's just I'm trying to build, like in Tampa, there's not really like people that I really know that trade Forex, because Forex kind of over here is something new in a sense for like my generation, because like I know you've been doing it for 7 years, but like I just figured out about it like probably like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
So it's kind of something still new for me.
I got you.
In a sense. So I'm trying to build that community over here in a sense of like a hub of like traders so I can go ahead and do what I gotta do.
Yeah. You said what, me been doing it for 7 years? I've been
7, 10 years?
I've been
Seven,
trading
10 years?
for 12.
12. Okay, so I'm
Forex
too off.
specifically for 12. No, it's cool.
I gotta respect them 2 years. I gotta respect them 2 years.
Hey, hey, man. Hey, ain't nobody trying to have their career cut short, man. You got to give us all
I
our
feel
credit.
you.
And
I feel
you
you.
gonna give me
You
credit for my
kind of like
weaknesses.
LeBron, man. Man, I was in there. I was in there.
I was there, bro. Right. I saw all of that. I saw all of that.
Exactly. I feel you. I
Good,
feel
man.
you.
Well, I don't have anything. I just really wanted to hear you kind of explain what you were looking at with those
Mhm.
trades, and sounds like you got it locked down. If you don't have, I don't have nothing. I'll have class tonight, so I'll go through my analysis of the markets tonight. So if you want to jump on, or that's cool. If not, I'll record it anyway. But hey, man, keep doing what you're doing, brother. It sounds like you're rocking and rolling.
I feel you. And starting next month, I'm thinking about. I know you said don't start with an account lesser than like 250.
Mhm.
But I think I'm gonna start off with like a basic account of like 1,000.
That's good.
Just to do my like not really 1,000, maybe like 500, just to do like my trade, so I can like get some money on the side.
Okay.
Because I have income, but I kind of want to expand it a little bit. So say if I get like an extra 30, 40, maybe $100 a week on
Yeah.
a $500 account. I don't know if that's logical or not because I didn't sit down and do the numbers yet.
No, that was
But
phenomenal. And it could happen because your risk is going to be off a little bit. You're going to probably you'll be taking probably a little bit more risk per trade. You don't have to, but you probably will be. I mean, just to be honest with you. So it'll be all right because once you get up to 1,000, it'll kind of take care of itself. So yeah, that'll be fine. As long as you use the principles, bro, it don't really matter where you start. As long as as long as you know how to manage that risk.
got you. What else? There was one last thing I was gonna ask you, man, and I forgot. Okay, so I think it was for this one, but I deleted everything because I got out of it. I gotta turn this back to blue. Um, it was right here, I think. Yeah, right around here. It was on the 1 hour. That's why it looks different to me. So right around here, I got in because I saw kind of like an M shape. Wait, where was it? Hold up. Okay, scratch that. I gotta figure out. I'll talk to you probably later on tonight about it as soon as I figure out what the hell I'm trying to talk about. Because it was Euro Jap, and I was rocking with it over the weekend, and I was hoping that it was just going to shoot down, but it kind of shot down right here, but it didn't shoot all the way down to where I kind of wanted it to go. I don't know why I got into the trade, so that's why I'm trying to like figure out why I got into the trade, and I gotta better organize myself. That's another question I want to ask you. How do you like better organize yourself with the charts? Like, do you have like a formula that you do, or it just comes with practice?
As far as organized, and how do you mean specifically? Like how do you
Basically,
mean?
like, do you like keep like a ledger of like all the trades you get in, the
Oh,
wins and
okay, a trade log.
losses and stuff like that? Because I don't know if that's doing
Yeah,
too much.
so I'll say this, and that's something that I can improve in because I don't do it like I used to. But yeah, we definitely need to, we'll spend some time next week talking about trade journaling, because I'm actually working through some things with that. I've had a lot of, now the technology, you know, you can do it electronically a lot easier. And you definitely want to be journaling your trades right now, because you need to see what works for you, what doesn't work. You need, and you really need, to this point, just like with this Euro Yen trade, you need to really understand what you were thinking before you got, you know what I'm saying? So you can go back and say, okay, this is what I was thinking. So yeah, trade journaling is super critical, you know, right now at this point where you are. So we'll spend some time on that. Matter of fact, I'll probably connect with you again this week, and it can be by phone, but I'll share some stuff with you so we can work on that next week.
Okay, no problem, no problem. And last question,
Yeah,
and I
'cause
promise
I
you
do
this is the
have a
last
I do
one.
have an electronic thing that keeps, like, I have all my pairs broken out. Like I have so what I have is a spreadsheet that has, like, every tab is one pair. So let's say the euro dollar is a tab, the dollar Swissy is a tab, and so every trade I take on there, I can go straight to that tab and see, you know, by date and what I was looking at and what I was doing, what kind of trade I saw set up. Like if I saw a certain pattern, you know, and that's a good place to talk to yourself. And I started off writing them because I like to write. I think I felt like writing. So I have written journals where I started, because I felt that was more. I learned better by that. But now for, you know, for efficiency and I'm further along, I just use the computer and I just type it in. So we definitely want you to do that. We definitely, and I think that's in the Forex family goal tracking tools. But if it's not, I'll create something and shoot you a basic template that you can modify for yourself.
Got you, got you. And last question, I promise. After this, I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
No problem, brother.
For the Euro job right now, because I kind of want to get these EMA down. I don't know why my 5 EMA isn't showing. I got to fix that. I think I accidentally deleted it while playing with this over here. But for example, the 200 EMA is starting to go over our candles.
Mm-hmm.
So it went over, and you said it's like a magnet, or it kind of like shoots off of each other. Like it shoots like a bullet shooting off the wall, or
yeah,
I forget the word.
like ricochet kind of, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ricochets off the wall. So if it goes through the wall, which it kind of did right here, it's more likely just going to keep going, right?
Yeah, if
And
it
just
bounces, I mean, yeah, it's going to revert, because I mean, remember, those are averages. So that's just basically, you know, the technical word is reversion to the mean. And so it reverts back and then it goes where it wants to go. So even right there, it looks like it's still a good sell trade right there. It's below the 13, it's closed below it, and it's actually in the level one short. So it's giving you another, it looks like another opportunity, but that's without me looking at it on any other time frames. It looks like it's still setting to go down. So it's probably going to drop some more, the euro.
Oh, okay, got you. And one last question. This is a very simple question. For how I think you already answered this for me, but I'm just trying to clarify. So if it lines up on 2 or more, like say if it lines up on 2, is that enough to make like a strong trade, or do you
Yeah.
have to wait two? So two time frames. Like say if I do the 4 hour and the 1 hour, or like the 1 hour and the 15 minute, if those line up, that's a strong trade. I just have to get in and get out at a different time, right?
Right, exactly. So let's say if you did have a trade set up and it's showing a short, you know, a sell trade on the 1 hour, and it's doing the same thing, and it's actually giving you the entry point on the 15-minute. So I'm operating in my mind off of giving myself the trade 2 hours to play out, because that's 15 minutes, that's eight candles, and then I give myself another hour for it to play out, and that takes it to, you know, the 12 candles. And then at that point, what I would do, and this is, you know, this is just what I know, I would look at the 1 hour and see if it was still technically sound, and see how many candles, like if it was still going in the trend direction I wanted to go, I might give it a little bit more time, because the 1 hour was still technically sound. So you know what I'm saying? So maybe I give it maybe 4 or 5 more hours, because I start off with the 15-minute, but the hour is still a valid trading, a still valid setup. So I may use the hour to give myself additional time to let a trade play out. But I would not go past the 12 bars on the hour chart if those were the only 2 time frames that were in alignment. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. And the only reason you will go past the 12 is if the trade is still technically sound, right?
Correct.
Technically.
Yeah, and the only way I would really go past that is if I have alignment of my trend bias, or my bias is in alignment with the higher time frame. So let's say if we're selling, you know, in a 15-minute or 1 hour, we look at it and it's actually we're selling a pullback, you know, and so, or we're buying a pullback or whatever, we're trading on a pullback. I probably won't stay in that for a long time, because at any moment, if the daily and the weekly or the 4 hour, but specifically, you know, the higher time frames, that they're showing long, and I'm not getting where I want to go trading against those time frames, it's just a matter of time before the tide picks back up and starts taking it, you know, in the bigger trend direction. And so you don't.
Okay.
And now I will stay in it if my trade is on the lower time frame and it's in alignment with a higher time frame. I may stay in past the 12 bars. But if I'm not in alignment, I definitely won't stay in past the 12 bars, because it's too much risk of it turning around immediately on me, and shooting away.
All right, got you. And for this right here, you said this is like a good trading opportunity.
I don't know,
Does
but
it
it
have
looks
to be
like
a pattern every time, or can you just go off the levels, or is it just best to do? Because I don't see a pattern right now.
yeah, I don't. So I probably will go down to the 30 or the 15 minutes to see what I saw. You know, see what's on
Okay.
there. Yeah, let's.
All right, no problem, no problem.
Yeah,
I just wanted to double check
yeah.
because
See
it's
that,
kind
that right there. I consider that an M. The M happened right up there on the 15-minute. I see. Yeah, I kind of see something there. It looks like a. But that's the kind of stuff that, like you say, from experience, I see the M off the 15-minute, and that would have been an entry for me. Right
okay,
there where it dropped below the 13. Right, go over to your right.
right here,
Right
right?
there. Yep, exactly. So that would have been my trade entry. So
And if I'm right, if I'm wrong about this, can you like make a inverse finger off of this? How many
yeah,
candles? It's like
yeah,
six or
yeah.
eight.
About 6 to 8. So
Okay.
I would look at that as an M, but I see the inverse finger. I see like half of a head and shoulders. I see more of an M. I guarantee if you went down to the 5-minute, that'd be an M. And so that, so that's what I probably would. Yeah. So there's a head and shoulders right there.
Hmm.
The entry will be here with the purple. Yeah, go over there to the right. Yeah, so that's a head and shoulders to me, dropping down that big red bar. Yeah, so when that closed on the 5, then that's your pattern. So there's a pattern
Okay.
somewhere. It just may not be on the chart you're looking at.
Got you. Got you. Got you.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I
Um,
definitely. Yeah, and then you got another beautiful M right there below there, which even more on the 5-minute. So, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for a pattern, because I don't want to get caught up in to starting to trick myself into taking trades because I think that it looks like something. You know what I'm saying? So it's better to stay true to that process. And then if you find something that works for you, you can add it to it, but don't like, let's get the fundamentals, like how to dribble the ball, how to cross over, how to take a shot, how to hold your elbow in your hand when you're trying to shoot a jumper. You know what I'm saying? Like, get those
exactly.
fundamentals down, then you can trick it up, but until you really get those fundamentals down to where it's like not even a question, in your mind, it's not, that's a personal choice. And then shoot, ain't no need to add nothing to it. I mean, you killing it, you're doing well right now. So, don't hurt yourself by getting sloppy.
I feel you. I feel you. Well, man, you answered every question I had, man, and I just want to take this time. I know I keep doing this, but just thank you, man. You a blessing,
Hey man,
and just to lighten the mood a little bit, because we getting emotional. We're about to tear up.
it's all good,
Um,
man. I love it. I love a man who knows how to express himself. It's a
yeah.
good thing.
Um,
It's a
how
great
you
thing.
feeling? You watched the bubble, right? The NBA playoffs or no?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Oh,
my
who
team's
you
in
rooting
there
for?
taking it up. I'm a
Rockets.
Mavs fan, man. I'm a Mavs fan like since I.
Oh, so you were hot last night, huh?
Oh, I was literally coming home. One of my students is a DJ, and he was DJing at the Virgin Hotel yesterday. So I went to go support him, and then I got home, like I'm listening to it on the way home, and they were in overtime. I was like, yes, okay. And then I was literally sitting in my car, and I didn't even want to go in the house. So I was listening to the commentator. He was narrating the last shot that Luka Doncic took, and it was so, and he's a great commentator, so he did a great job. But it was so dope. Like, I was like, no, I got to see this on TV. So I ran in the house, and I went and saw him knock out that 3-point jumper, at the end, man. Just because I had to see that, I couldn't let that just be on the radio. So yeah, I'm
And they playing one of the most defensive teams. I'm
hey,
like, dang, that
I
man
tell
went
you,
40.
the Mavs, man, the Mavs are not a joke, bro. They're serious, and
Hey,
they young enough not even to care. So
I'm
yeah.
not trying to dog your team, man. They haven't been relevant for a while, but that man Luca, he doing
Oh,
something for your team. And now y'all picked up what's his name? Steph?
Porzingis, yeah, Kristaps Porzingis.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they got some guys that will be starting. They got some dudes coming off the bench that will be starting other places. You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, I'm geeked up, and I'm with you, bro. I mean, they won a championship in 11, so they haven't been irrelevant, but they had a span in the 90s where they were super duper irrelevant. So, I'm
Okay.
excited, bro.
Yeah, I'm keep forgetting you're an old head. You're an
Are
old
you in
head.
New York? Are
You
you a
in
New
the
York
Jordan.
fan?
You in the Jordan era.
Oh, Jordan there. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, I like Chicago because I could claim that because I was born in Illinois, so I claim Chicago when they were rocking a little bit, but I still was a Mavs fan, man. I got to say that. But so, who's your team? You got a team?
Okay, so I don't really have a team. I'm more like have a player. Like I root for a player. My OG, my favorite all time player is Dwayne Wade. That
Okay.
man, Miami Heat used to be where I was at. Then it was Cleveland. Then he went back to Miami. So that was my player. But he retired. So my second favorite player, Klay Thompson. I'm not part of the bandwagon. It's just Klay Thompson happens to be on the team. I can't help it.
Yeah.
That man came back from an injury and dropped the record of shooting the most consecutive. Like he a monster. He really is a
He's a
monster.
beast.
And
He's a
to
beast.
this day, I am so tight because the freaking Rockets, man, they played a beat up, a destroyed Warriors team. They didn't have no KD. What happened? What happened? Klay went out.
Yeah.
Curry did something with his hand.
Yeah, I think he busted it.
Draymond Green, good, but he's a support player.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even know, man.
I didn't mean to get you so hyped up. Okay.
I don't even know, man.
Well, Miami's they're in the tournament, aren't they? They're in the tournament this year.
Oh no. The Warriors, they didn't even make the playoffs. So they
No,
didn't
I
even
said Miami. I said Miami. No,
Miami.
Miami. Okay.
Oh, I'm not even worried about Miami. I mess with Miami. I would always hope Miami like come out on top, but like the team that I'm going for now, I'm not going to say the Lakers. The only reason I want the Lakers to win is because I want to see LeBron in another finale.
No doubt.
Before he retires, and this is kind of like his saga right now. So I kind of want to see the Lakers versus Houston and see how that play out.
Man, Houston is not going to do anything, bro. I don't even know why we're wasting our time on that conversation. Houston.
Hey, you got to respect the beard, man. You got to. Hey, let me tell you why.
Say, hold up. I'm all right. We're gonna take this conversation offline because I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna say some things that I don't want to be on recording.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a fan of Harden, man. Like I'm not a fan of Harden at all. So
okay, I feel you.
I respect this game now. Don't get it twisted. I mean, the dude, he can pop a shot. Like, I mean, he's not a defensive dude at all. So I mean, he dude literally just waits on his turn to shoot. But that dude is falling away too much, man. I've seen him. He's literally faded out of the playoffs, like, consistently. That's the only thing I feel like he's done more consistently.
He just chokes. He chokes. He's the biggest choke artist, bro. He has the skill.
Completely just going to the abyss when the team needs him the most, man. It's like, it's weird, bro. So, anyway. But, man, hey, bro, if I hope to see you tonight on the call. If not, it'll be recorded. I appreciate you so much, man. If you don't mind, I'm going to actually – this one will be a good one for me to put up for my testimonial Tuesday. So if you're cool with it, I'll run this tomorrow just to kind of give people a taste of how my mentoring sessions go and everything.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, bro. Hey, you knocking it out. And you know, as always, shoot me a text or call me if you need anything, man. I'm about to hop off of here and give me some breakfast. And,
go ahead, man. Go ahead and eat that good, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, my bro.
All right, man. Stay blessed.
You too. All right, have a good one. Talk to you soon.